took the step? Was I moved by lust? Was I moved by faith? The truth has a way of finding the light or changing in time. Did I fall in love? Did I make it up inside my mind?
Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
Put the barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterwards.
And Wash has found 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire!
Those who find the picks will save the fights, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
100 gets 3! Wins the primal rage!
Experience tranquility.
Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to Tranquility Gaming Stage 2, Week 2. Tonight, we're tuning into the NA Harmony tier and Indigo Pool A, where Strix will face off against Amateur Professionals. Now, both of these teams had pretty good success in Stage 1 with AP going undefeated, and although Strix didn't finish first in their pool, they did have the best map differential. So despite both of these teams' success in Stage 1, both teams are looking to pick up their first win tonight in Stage 2. I'm Kraken, your play-by-play for the evening, and I'm joined by my good friend Apathy as your analyst with the omniscient booth on production, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good night. Apathy, how are you?
I'm good. You guys are getting to see a bit of a rare sight. I did one of my bi-yearly beard trims, and it looks like crap until it grows back in. And you will probably never ever see this again.
Well, it's a special event. I'm
Yeah.
honored to be here now. It was fun before, but now it's a big deal. Now I'm excited.
You've seen
about
it many times, but chat has not.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it exciting for people. All right, I'm trying
All
to drum it all up. All right, Apathy, tell me what you know about these teams. Tell me what we should be looking here for tonight.
I think both teams are going to be looking to bounce back after arguably an upset defeat last week. A lot of people looked at Strix as one of the favorites because even though they went 4-1 in their Stage 1 pool, they, potentially had one of the strongest Stage 1 pools to deal with. And of course, they got upset by the Penguins, who everybody's been sleeping on, I guess. And AP also kind of an upset loss against BBB last week as well. So they're both just going to be looking to find their fitting and, kind of not be that team that stumbles down to 0-2 right off the bat, because it's going to be very difficult for that team to break into one of the top 2 seeds in the A pool, which would get them a bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and so as I'm looking right now on the polls and predictions, right now Amateur Professionals have 17 votes and Strix have 37 votes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 20 vote difference. Do you feel that reflects it? Like how confident are you in those results? How much do you agree with those results?
I think Strix is definitely still the favorite here. So I wouldn't really blame the community for going with that. Although it is worth mentioning that it appears that PVB is not here tonight. He was not here last week either. And PVB was probably one of the main carries for Strix alongside Mimp in Stage 1. So that is a big loss to tonight's match. We're going to see if Strix can really make up that difference. They also added a new DPS, Koala79. This will be his first match. And he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, but let's see if he can do it.
I'm excited. All right, so given these, give me one, maybe 2 player for each team that we should really expect some kind of dazzling performances out of tonight.
On the side of AP, I really like their tank duo. I think we were talking about them last night, I believe, on the podcast as well. But, watching back the BBB game from last week, Shrek and Alt F4 were dominant force on that tank line. For Strix, I'm going to take it to another duo. I'm looking at Dai and Mimp. Mimp is a new player to Strix, but Dai has been here in that organization before they were even called Strix, and has just been a solid rock. And I hear a lot of good things about Mimp, and I'm very excited to finally see them, kind of play from a first-person view.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're going to get the drama underway here. We're ramping up. It's stage 2. This is where the games matter, and so we're taking you to Lijiang Tower to get this show started.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Right now, we've got a dive from Amateur Professionals and Brawl from Strix. If you covered up the names, I would have thought this was reversed. Because Amateur Professionals looked very good on that Brawl with Shrek on the Rhine, and on the other side of things, Strix looked like they tried to stray away from the Brawl at times. We're going to see them TP here onto point and just try to turtle down and see what they can do, see if they can live and find any picks.
Yeah, I'm interested. So clearly, Strix gets the point first, and now they're just looking to hold it down, do as much as these can. Both of these teams are just going to try and posture, really trying to get rid of this. Diva Mech goes down already as Yojimbo is able to take out Alta 4. Ooh, and get the Fire Strike snipe. Right now, Yojimbo just swinging around, Tracer just out of reach. Koala gets the kill onto the Brig as Doha is charging up this Doomfist, just gets it into the rock, and does finish the kill onto Yeast with the uppercut. So, kind of quick first fight win for Strix right now.
Yeah, they set up very quickly on the point, and AP kind of pushed into them a little bit too fast. They should have spread out more, tried to take more angles and look for someone who was isolated, and then pick them off rather than kind of just trying to brawl with the Brawl team, And I think it's going to be a tough spot now from Alta 4 to hold this point. They're going to have to build up some ults before they can really do anything.
Yeah, so Koala actually gets the Symmetra turret kill onto Ball there, and is just holding that Sim turret down and doing all kinds of crazy damage right now. Kenobi feels like is not getting a whole lot of value out of the Sombra right now because there's just a whole pack of them. How do you can't hack one of them because then the rest follow up on you.
Yeah, I mean, Sombra can still find value without her hacks if she's charging up EMP very quickly. You could just try to focus down the Diva and build that as fast as possible is what she should be going for right now.
Right here, Jimbo does get a pretty big shatter out and charges away charges away CZ with the ult there. And Koala still just getting so much value out right here. 65% on the point. Just battling back and forth these teams. Nighthawk is able to use the ult. Mimp gets the kill. Both of these people just battling back and forth, and another attack kind of stopped right in its tracks by Strix.
Yeah, Strix is just not letting AP set up these cross angles for their dive. As soon as, the ball comes in, they're walking, they're swinging on the Diva, and they're just punishing Alt F4 for existing.
Right here. All right, so the Diva Bomb goes out from Matthew, doesn't quite get it. Right now, Kenobi. Hello, General Kenobi. The EMP comes out, and they are able to get a couple kills onto Strengths. 3 kills. All right, so right now, AP cleaning up the fight and taking point at the 99% mark. So really nice ult from Kenobi to turn the tides.
So they did finally flip the point. They had to use a lot of their ults. CZ charging up almost to another Transcendence though, which could be good. The problem is these fights are going so fast that they're not able to charge up these ults at the rate that you would like them to be, and so it takes them to 99% to finally be able to flip it. They're going to have to work really hard to completely disrupt and keep Strix off the point here so that they can charge up these ults again.
Yeah, not a whole lot of ults on the side of Strix. CZ pops the Transcendence, and they rush in, but just kind of stand at the choke right here. Now they engage in. Shrek is able to pop the landmine, and they clean up. Really well done. It was a quick fight. Yeah,
that Trance came in at a really good time. Both Alt F4 and Shrek were low. Let them take that fight as aggressively as they wanted to. But they don't have anything anymore. They need to be charging up this EMP. We see Kenobi trying to look for it, but it's scary when they've got a Cass on the side of Strix.
All right, 40% to go for AP to see if they can hold it down while Strix comes in with a couple of ults. They use the Baptiste ult, and they are just charging in, putting the brawl in brawl right now as they are getting on this point and trying to make some damage. Doha uses a Doomfist ult and is able to land right on Exy's forehead. He does get hacked into Diva Bomb from Alt F4, catches Mimp on the point. As Yojimbo just swinging around on the Reinhardt now. Both teams trading pretty heavily. Lands the Earth Shatter onto the Diva Mech and onto Kenobi right here. The point is at 88%, 90%. It's getting close. Both of these teams are really brawling it out. There are only a few just going back and forth. This is some grade A drama right now, as they are able to hold it for a little bit, make it 99%. And it looks like they are going to get the contest. Yeah, they do get the contest. The ult comes out from Kenobi, but I think that's it. Diva Mech is there to stall for a little bit, but they don't have the kind of the point presence that Strix has right now, as it's just a matter of trying to stall it out right here. And ultimately, yeah, and there we go. Oh, well, no.
Still more stalling, but...
There's some more stalling. Back and forth. Oh my god, and Doha does get the environmental kill onto Happy Dude, who's not feeling too happy as Strix takes the first map, but it was a close one.
Yeah, AP did really well to come back there. Unfortunately, on that final fight, didn't quite disrupt Strix as much as they could have. Strix able to pretty cleanly get to point with most of their cooldowns, and from there it was kind of just this slow battle of attrition that was favoring Strix the whole time. Yeah. Nobody on AP was able to make a hero play to take it over. It was getting scrappy at times, but just unfortunately weren't quite able to keep it up. We're going to see him switching to a brawl now, but the main difference I'd like to note is Doha sticking on the Doomfist, and we've got Kenobi on the Junkrat. Junkrat normally more played on Control Center, and Doom is actually kind of annoying to play against on this point, because as soon as you TP, he just punches through his own TP into the window and does something annoying for sure.
There you go. He lands the annoying hit. And Yojimbo does get the charge onto the Junkrat. Right now, these Sim turrets just doing all kinds of damage. Yojimbo goes down, and Strix is trying to hold it down on point, but it's hard to do much against that Symmetra, who is just laying hellfire on AP onto Strix right now. No, the point is yet to be capped. Both teams just trying to brawl it out right now as the dead are slowly making their way back. Shrek gets the kill onto Koala, but Yeast is still just popping the ult already getting the wall out onto the point. Just so much going on right now. Both teams battling back and forth. Point has yet to be capped. Shrek swinging that mighty hammer. This is his swamp after all. And AP takes point first.
Yeah, really aggressive from Strix, you know, like I said, punching straight out of the TP. Also, Yojimbo charging straight out of the TP. Ends up getting him picked, though, and AP, you know, I'm saying AP and TP back and forth, that's not confusing. AP with their Rhine alive is able to just win that war of attrition with their Symmetra beam as well. We're going to see Koala pushing in with this wall now. Let's see what they can make of it.
Yeah, so Yojimbo uses the Shatter. It doesn't look like it quite catches anyone. Shrek does the same, and equally difficult to tell if it catches anybody. Right now, Happy Dude does pop the ult, and the other Nighthawk uses his sound batter as well. Both of these teams just slugging each other. This brawl comp doing dividends for both teams. Yeast the Symmetra wall comes out now, fighting back and forth as AP still have the point, and so the longer they can stall, the more this works out for them, as another fight taken by AP over Strix.
Yeah, Yeast is just farming on the Symmetra. I mean, Koala was playing it very well in the last point, but Yeast is kind of putting on a clinic. That's basically 2 walls in the span of time that it took Koala to use 1. And now we're going to see Strix switching over to a ball and pharmacy comp.
Yeah, so now they're switching to something, well, I guess it's not similar to what AP was playing first map. It's just the ball, that's all that's similar. But trying to see if this pharmacy can get enough chip damage in to engage on follow-up, because this brawl was really doing well. Doha doesn't quite get booped off. Koala takes out the Immortality Field. Both of these teams are looking to engage. Ryan Shield is down, as Yojimbo doing his best to make an engagement right here. Lands a pretty good pile driver, and the tire comes out from Kenobi. Looking for the kill onto the pharmacy, and does get the mercy component of the pharmacy. So right here, AP still holding this point down 97%, as they are just swinging onto Matthew right now, and it doesn't look like Strix is going to be able to really turn this around. I look at the ult percentages, it's just not quite there, and I think this is pretty It's gonna be some stalling, but it's this point to AP.
Yeah, we do see Junkrat quietly a pretty decent ball counter, just lays down a random trap somewhere, and if Yojimbo happens to run into it, he's dead and the fight is over.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we see that happen on the most crucial the most crucial fight of the map for Strix.
Yeah.
Just kind of interesting to me how the comps flipped, because I feel like if AP rolled out on that brawl comp on the first map, we would have had a 2-0 already.
Yeah.
It's their specialist comp, it's what they're good at. And they were demolishing Strix in that mirror at first, but I guess, Control Center's another brawl mirror, so hopefully they can come back and win it here.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a pretty interesting to see who ends up coming out on top with this brawl. It does look like Strix is going to roll out with the Sigma instead of the D.Va. And so I guess the Sigma can still get some value, maybe eat some Junkrat mines. But by and large, it's not like he provides a whole lot of value that D.Va doesn't provide. So both of these teams in the white just battling back and forth. Yeast has been doing so much damage and so much work on the Symmetra, although Koala Symmetra is the one who gets the kill onto Shrek. So both of these teams battling out, but right now, Koala doing a whole lot of damage, and it looks like Strix is going to be able to cap point first.
Mm-hmm. The Sigma there is just, instead of a D.Va, just allows you to pump out so much more damage, and so when you're just smashing into each other for those first fights, and it's going faster, Sigma can kind of catch people off guard before you can press tab and see what people are playing as you just get smashed in the face with a rock. Big pick here from Yeast,
that's really unfortunate,
choke.
Especially since Mimp, she does have the immortality field right now, and so she's going to pop the Baptiste ult, and Doha gets the kill onto his Junkrat counterpart. Right now the tire comes out and gets 2 from Strix, so really nice play. The Symmetra wall comes out as both teams still battling. Reinhardt is still up on the point. Shrek goes down. Shrek has fallen. Shrek is Drek, as Strix is able to recover and take point and still hold it down.
Yeah, Doha getting the better of Kenobi there.
Ooh, and
Doha
another big
formerly was named Phantom, so maybe we could be calling him the Phantom Menace throughout this match as well.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
already exhausted all of our jokes.
No, there is absolutely no such thing. We're all about farming content here on Tranquility Gaming.
True.
Kenobi goes down to half, although he's popping the tire right now, looking around, trying to get some kill, and he does onto Doha and Koala, and Jimbo lands the shatter while everyone's looking around. Right now the Sigma uses Gravitic Flux and is able to get the kill onto Yeast. Right here, both teams just battling it out, but AP looks like they're going to come away with it, and they do recap point. Kenobi and Kenobi goes down to Doha. The Phantom Menace strikes again, and these teams are just walloping each other. It's really fun to see some intense, fast-paced brawl gameplay on this map right now.
And really coordinated there from Yeast and Kenobi, using the teleporter to get the Riptire into Strix's backline as safely as possible.
I didn't even know if that's how it worked.
Yeah.
I was afraid of saying it on air because I didn't know if that was even a thing or not.
It does work like that, amazingly.
Yeah. All right, so both of these teams, they avoid CZ's Bap ult right now as they get up into the white. Right now, Doha goes down, so Kenobi is the one who comes out on top this time. Yojimbo lands the Fire Strike in revenge of his fallen teammate. The Symmetra wall from Yeast comes out and is doing a lot of work. Ooh, and Shrek lands a big Earth Shatter and does get, I think he got booped out of the way, so he didn't get the charge kill to follow up, but still a really big Earth Shatter, as now we see 2 Reinhardts just slugging away at each other. And AP hold down the map, so they're slowly, just like map 1, kind of losing it early, but crawling back.
Yeah, and they've still got some decent ults to hold it from here on out. They've got the sound barrier to potentially counter Doha's Riptire, and they've got a Riptire of their own. It's been hard to keep track, but I believe Kenobi has been farming these a bit quicker and using them certainly more often.
Yeah, and so unfortunately it doesn't really do anything. And so, but here comes Doha's Riptire to see if he can catch more than than Kenobi's does. Oh, another 2-man Riptire. That is crazy. Really well done from these teams. These Junkrats are doing all kinds of crazy highlight plays with these Riptires. As right now, Strix has 4 on the point, looking to battle. Koala does have the Symmetra ult. Doesn't look like he's going to use it. As Strix recap point on, although they're a little bit down. Oh, they lose Mimp. Oh, that is really unfortunate. That's gonna be really big coming into this final fight here. Yojimbo looking to land a big shatter. Right here, shield does go down. And Shrek kind of charges into no man's land, and gets punished for it. Right now, Sigma ult comes out, gets a couple, and Strix is holding down this point. It's really close, and Koala, absolutely crazy, doing all kinds of damage. Strix's DPS line doing a whole lot of work as they take map 1. Really, really well done. So exciting.
It was looking pretty scary there for Strix with, Mimp getting picked out basically as the fight started, and then a window instantly shredding Yojimbo's shields, but they were able to just play around that corner, stabilize, and Koala got so charged up. It was just tearing through amateur professionals. As soon as Shrek went down, that spelled the end for them.
Yeah, so it's the difference between an early pick wins you the map, and if it didn't, maybe they could have kept fighting. So really, really close, narrow back and forth between these teams.
Yeah, really good match. Just slugging it out. I would have liked to see them. I'm not really a Brawl fan, but maybe Shrek is making me love it. That's one of Shrek's special abilities.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of a low IQ Uga Buga Reinhardt player. And so when I see people playing Reinhardt with any kind of effectiveness, it does my heart good. Back in the old days of the 1100 bronze SR, when you would tell me to uninstall my shift key because I just couldn't stop charging in. It puts a smile on my face to see some fun back and forth brawl.
Yeah, maybe they'll take it to Hanamura and we'll see even more of it. That's probably what I would do if I was him.
Yeah, it makes sense. So given what we know about these teams, so you would expect Hanamura to be the next map?
Probably Hanamura or Volskaya. If I was AP, I definitely wouldn't be looking to take it to Temple of Anubis. I think they excel when they can play aggressive comps like 6-man and Brawl. I don't think they really want to be waiting around on an Orisa comp per se, looking for DPS opportunities when Shrek can just go in and make those opportunities for himself.
Yeah.
That's no slouch on AP's DPS players. That's just how Shrek likes to play the game. It seems like so.
Yeah. So we do have confirmation that we indeed are going into Hanamura for next map. So maybe we're gonna see that brawl. Maybe we're gonna see Shrek charge forward on that Reinhardt, and for better or for worse.
Yeah. A lot of attack strats on Hanamura do like to run the Symmetra Teleport Brawl comps. And so the key to this map is really just going to be what are people able to do on defense. You see a lot of a couple different styles. Usually characters like Pharah and Ashe are very popular, just trying to hold from high ground, spam as much damage as they can into the Brawl, and use either a Ball or a Orisa to stall the point. But occasionally you do see teams effectively run a Symmetra Brawl defense of their own, where you just set up on the point too, because that's where they want to go. And so I'm very curious to see what these teams pick on their defense in particular. I think that's going to be kind of crucial for this match.
Yeah, check me if I'm wrong, but it did feel like map 1 was a little bit of a tale of 2 DPS, right? That it was these DPS lines kind of getting picks back and forth. Especially, I think that's what helped Strix kind of come ahead in that last fight, was being able to get some picks onto the support line, kind of before the fight started. And so we'll see who ends up stepping up for these teams as we get into Hanamura.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah.
All right, yeah, we're getting into it. All right, here comes Hanamura. Let's go. Let's see what kind of fun teams comps each of these teams roll out as we'll see if Shrek owns his swamp. and takes it back. I'm trying to come up with more
He
Shrek. I
has
feel
more
like I
than
need.
one swamp.
Yeah, he's actually gotten really into real estate. I don't know if you know this. It's little known information, but Shrek is actually quite the like mogul when it comes to becoming a landlord and taking over
Interesting.
properties. Yeah, they don't.
I
It's,
must have
DreamWorks
missed
doesn't
it,
want
but-
you to know this. It's this is. They might come shut down the stream because I'm
Uh-huh.
giving this information live right now.
Is that why Farquaad was coming after him? Was because
Yeah.
he was trying to buy the castle from him with some
Yeah, and
real
he just
estate
wasn't.
threatening or something.
Yeah, he just wasn't having it. All right.
Okay,
To
well,
like either get more creative or shut up about the Shrek jokes, but Shrek is near and dear to my heart as well as other people's, I'm sure. The movie, not necessarily the person. But if you have a name like Shrek, like you should expect to be talked about a lot. I feel like that just makes sense, you know?
yeah, I feel like that had to have been the goal.
Yeah. All right, so
we do see not TP from the attack on amateur professionals, going
Yeah.
with a pharmacy attack on their own, and Shrek on the hog.
on the
Pretty
hog.
spicy pick.
I was seeing that myself, and so Hog is one of those champions that I would love to see get value, and is just kind of like a solo queue menace, you know, as Alt F4 runs in. You were mentioning how Junkrat can be a sneaky ball counter, as before we saw him put down those traps up on the ledge back yonder. As Kronos does get a nice pick onto Doha. They have no immortality field. Alt F4 trying to land some pile drives and take out this teleporter to kind of neutralize Strix's brawl ability and their mobility on this map. Right now, Koala does get the kill on the Alt F4, and so now AP left without their main tank, and just kind of, they can't really push in, but you don't want to give up the space you just took.
I'd like to see them, wrapping around, taking more angles, especially the Pharah coming in from the front. Worked when they were pushing through choke, but now that they're around the point, the way to break this is just by getting a lot of angles. And Alt F4 is kind of not really waiting for his team to set up before going in.
Yeah.
And so there's not too much follow-up on their pile drivers.
Yeah, and so they are getting some good poke from Kronos, as who pops the ult and does take down Mimp. Shrek gets the kill onto Matthew. The rest comes out, but it doesn't really matter, as right now AP is just kind of unloading the ults onto point and taking out the members of Strix one by one, as right now Mimp does go down, and it's I believe it's just Mercy left on the point, and that's first point to AP.
Yeah, we do see, like, Koala was just trying to hold that wall, set it up. They were ready for the barrage, trying to put it in her face and maybe see if she can kill herself with it. Unfortunately, during that entire time, you're not pumping out any damage. And so by the time that the barrage came through, his whole team was half health, and a lot of amateur professionals was a little bit unpressured because Symmetra is their form of consistent damage.
So the Junkrat has Tire, and AP have 4 ults. So this is going to be a tall order, as right now Doa pops the Tire to try and stop the advance before it even starts. He's flying around and is looking like he's trying to just following on. So Doa does get the kill onto CZ. Followed him all the way around the map and does get the kill. And so, well
And the
done.
shutdown on Valk. I mean,
Yeah, so well done, as they do get the a little bit of BM in the chat. Not really BM, but some friendly banter, as AP looking to advance right now. Alt F4 does have Minefield and is able to, when he gets hacked and steps on the Junkrat. No, there wasn't a Junkrat trap. No, yeah, so he just he
they got
just steps
everything.
on it.
Everything
Yeah,
under the sun was done.
just surprise, and then died immediately. Yojimbo pops the Earth Shadow, and it does get the kill onto Shrek, as right now Strix looking to fend off this attack. Dawn, nice little kill onto Happy Dude there. As Strix shuts down another fight.
Yeah, unfortunately AP, again, wasn't really taking too many angles. They had a lot of ults, but are deciding that it's not worth it. And I actually really agree with that. I think you don't really want to get caught in the slump of, oh, my comp isn't working, but I have a lot of ults. you know, because Strix is also just playing first and not giving them a chance to use it. So really good on them that they're switching. They are keeping the Ana for the nano boost. Gonna see if they can win with that, but obviously Baptiste's a little bit stronger.
All right, so the EMP from Koala shuts down so much as it's starting, although kills back and forth onto both of these teams. Matthew just looking to throw those Sigma orbs out and get as many kills. He throws the rock and doesn't quite land it. Right now he is purple. Both of these teams fighting back and forth on the point. And it looks like because in these extended fights, Strix is going to have the spawn advantage. And so it was it was good as not toxic because it's your teammate. So it's okay. You're allowed to. And so...
Could be a little close.
Well,
Might have to
hey,
check the replays on that one.
I don't make the rules. I
I'm
don't
no
enforce
longer
the
caster
rules.
apathy. I'm now talking as tier director apathy.
Yeah, hey, I don't know the rules. I don't enforce the rules. I'm just here to enjoy
fair
it.
enough.
Other people do. So right now Strix getting ready to fight off this AP charge. Doa has the Deadeye. Right now both of these teams just kind of trying to gather control of this high ground here as AP does a good job doing it. Shrek lands the Earth Shatter, but then Yojimbo lands an Earth Shatter of his own. Doha does get the kill with the Deadeye. And another fight looks like it goes to Strix.
Yeah, really good counter shatter there from Yojimbo. They keep trying to just push straight into the upper area, but I'd like to see them just AP just take catwalk with their Cassidy and, you know, kind of go for pot shots from there, especially dislodge this Sigma, who's been kind of greedily doing whatever he wants on the catwalk, fairly alone while the rest of his team is up top. We're gonna see if Koala can charge this EMP too, because that could be another instant fight when heading into potentially last fight territory, depending on how long it goes.
Yeah, so Kronos does have the Rip Tire, just as I say that, he's going in, and does take out two, so even though Daiei has the sound barrier, it's not going to come to be before all of these members of Strix go down, and so right here Koala doing his best to try and get some damage out, does have the EMP ready for the engage, but there's just not enough people to really follow up on it quite yet. Doha gets the kill, but still goes down. Matthew is going to come out and try and get as many people as he can in this gravitic flux, and he gets two, so really well done. Can Strix turn this fight around and try and stabilize? Right here they have the Baptiste out, just pumping those heals out. Koala's still there. That EMP ended up getting a whole lot of value. Is right here Strix turned the fight back around and are going to stop the cap.
Yeah, really good recontest from them there. Koala gets that EMP off, I believe cancels Yeast Deadeye as well. You know, they kind of knew where he was. They scouted him out the whole time, but in the end, they weren't able to do anything about it. Matthew's cleaned it up.
Last-ditch effort from AP. Happy Dude and Shrek both go down. Doa is able to pop the Deadeye from behind. They get some kills, and this might be it. I don't think they have the point presence to be able to take this all the way. They're still fighting back and forth. He's still contesting on the point, and I do believe that is it. As Strix is able to hold off AP on point 2 on Hanamura.
Yeah, really good hold there from them. Just AP wasn't able to find their footing after they kind of snowballed through point 1. I think the comp switch was necessary. Unfortunately, they just weren't really, maybe a little bit too aggressive at times, because when you get into these scrappy fights where you're trading heroes back and forth, that's just always going to benefit the defense on 2CP and be, you know, a struggle on the offense side. So maybe just try to not quite trade as many 1-for-1s. Play it a little safer, a little slower.
Yeah. Credit to Strix for being able to recontest and kind of hold their point presence for long enough for the cavalry to arrive and kind of clean up. So well done, and we'll see how AP is able to respond with a defensive comp.
Yeah, gonna be rocking the Brawl as well. But without the Symmetra, I do really like the Symmetra even on defense, because it does let you initially hold choke in case the enemy team isn't on Brawl, and then just TP yourself back to point and already have those turrets, you know, pre-set up around the point.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to see Kronos just trying to guess where Strix wants to teleport and put a trap down you know, where the teleporter's going to spawn is kind of the idea here.
Yeah.
Gonna be initially putting it closer to Strix's spawn. See if they walk into it though.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like Kronos is going to go for that TP trap to start, although Koala does take the Fire Strike to the face. And so they get up, they're able to take that kind of point, top left. Doha gets picked early, so that losing the Mei in a brawl comp like this is rough, and they're going to have to take their time. Daye goes down as well, and AP is really going to want to get in there and clean up after that.
Bit of a missed TP as well. I don't think that's normally where you'd want that one to go. I think they were trying to get it up onto that higher catwalk, and just a little bit of shakiness that ends up in the wrong spot, and they get punished for it. See what they can do with it on their second go around. I'd like to see them not go the same way.
Yeah.
You know, you can go the same way to choke, but don't TP even to that side of the map. Try a different side of the map just to keep them on their toes. But they're gonna switch off the Symmetro actually onto a Hanzo.
Yeah, so they are going to take the swap. So I guess they say, all right, whatever, we don't need the teleporter. That we'll just try and get in their face and, you know, let this Hanzo do some work from afar. I guess they don't really have anything they feel can contest it, as these teams are trying to get around. Strix is looking to take this side angle. There is quite a difference in ult charge right now, as AP is... oh, and Shrek doesn't quite land as many people as you'd like with the charge. Happy Dude is able to clean up and get the kill into Yojimbo. Koala takes down Shrek. He's taking as many pot shots as possible into the side of Strix, just trying to stop this assault. Right here, both teams just battling back and forth. Not a whole lot of progress being made right now. Both teams kind of stabilizing a little bit. Although Mech goes down and... Blizzard comes out, Soundbeat comes out, CZ doing his best. Both of these teams just kind of unloading all their ults. This fight means everything to them. They really want this to be the only fight on point. Alta 4 gets 2 remech kills onto Doa and Daye. Alta 4 gets the melee kill, Heavy Dude gets the melee kill. This is a crazy fight. They said, you want brawl? We will give you brawl.
Yeah. The tanks on Amateur Professionals, they're just so feast or famine. We see Shrek hit a 4-man shatter. Pretty much everybody other than the opposing main tank Yojimbo gets 1 or 2 picks and then instantly charges in and dies, and gives Strix that regroup opportunity, keeping it close. And then you see Alt F4 with a hero play.
Oh, such
you know,
a hero
sometimes
play.
the feast or famine gameplay is exciting to watch. I just don't know how sustainable it is in
I
real
also
match
do not know how sustainable it is, given that right now Jimbo has Shatter, Koala has Dragon, is looking to use it now. Oh, but gets taken out early, so that's really not great from Strix, as that ult advantage is neutralized if that person isn't alive to use it. Kronos is just unloading those Junkrat mines, trying to get them up into Strix's area right here. The time is ticking down, and so Koala throws it up from the beginning. The dragon does come through, doesn't quite kill anyone, but pushes them off the point. Matthew gets a kill, but both of these teams just still trying to like duke it out. AP have all the point presence that they need right now to keep holding it down. As the clock ticks down to almost 30 seconds, I don't think Strix has enough ults to really try and recontest, as Kronos might try and get a pick with the Junkrat ult.
They do have one good regroup here while CZ is dead. He's coming back. Gonna be tough to keep Shrek alive without that Baptiste, so we're gonna need a hero tire here from Kronos.
Oh, and that is the opposite. That's a villain tire. That is not what you want. That's not good. As Doha does invest the ult to try and make sure that this fight takes it. As right now Strix just taking out all the remaining members of AP. It does look like they're going to cap it. They're sending it into overtime. Shrek has Earth Shatter, but is not gonna reach contest. So all right, so Strix, they at least cap point 1. They have 3 minutes to almost cap point B.
Yeah, again, like AP is playing well. They're just taking so many of these 1-for-1 trades, and you know, when the next fight comes, they're not. You could have seen them try to, you know, play on the back of point and let CZ get back into the fight, but they just fight without him, and it's gonna deadly cost them. Shrek with a big shatter here.
Oh, and Yojimbo gets the counter shatter just right into Shrek's mouth. Right here, although both of these teams, they're not really taking any space with it yet, although they are getting slowly in. East and Kronos still getting kills onto this Strix team right now, as both of these teams are just kind of kind of standing here posturing, neither really taking the space that you want after getting some key picks like that. So AP, even though they get counter shattered and have some picks down, they don't. Strix isn't quick enough to capitalize.
You know how in basketball they do like the heat maps of where shots are taken from and which ones miss and which ones make it? I'd really love to see the heat map of the amount of deaths in this small hallway / high ground.
Yeah, the scrimbucks dictate that this is like the make or break point right now. Is again all these ults coming out from these teams, only to have it be a 1v1. They drop out and they finally start fighting on the point. Doha takes out Mech, gets ulti force bomb, has the blizzard and doesn't get it eaten as Strix just not quite taking it. Doha used the blizzard when no one else was really there. I'm not sure if that was a great idea.
Yeah, I think they just kind of saw their opportunity with the Diva not in mech and opting to use it, but Yeast and CZ still up on that high ground. When they pushed through, they kind of made when Strix pushed through, those two kind of made their way back to Catwalk and were just pumping out damage from behind them on high ground. And that was the death of Strix, that fight.
Yeah, there's a minute on the clock. Both Reinhardts have or are close to shatter, and there are 2 Baptiste ults. And so both of these teams are going to be taking it back and forth. Shrek really kind of and gets the Baptiste ult empowered kill. Oh, it just jumps in and shatters. But Yojimbo is able to charge him away and ultimately get more kills. He has a big shatter of its own coming down. Oh my goodness, a tale of 2 Reinhardts right now, just jumping in and shattering in your face and then getting charged away and dying. That is some good old-fashioned Reinhardt gameplay right now. As Strix have about 30 seconds to try and take this point. Matthew gets the remake kill. Oh, it is bedlam on the point right now as these teams are going back and forth. But there are only 20 seconds left. And Strix is not quite refighting yet. And so they do. Mimp does use the Baptiste field and is getting value out of it. Daya uses her sound barriers. These teams are still fighting back and forth. Gets the Junkrat trap. Oh my god, this is absolutely insane. Another Earth Shatter. It doesn't look like it quite comes away. Koala gets multiple kills. Both of these teams are just using everything they have. This is a nails to the chalkboard kind of fight. Both of them just going back and forth. It's 3-1. The Junk Tire goes down, and it's just one last kill that Strix have to get to try and get some progress. But AP does have the spawn advantage, and so they're just doing their best. Doha uses another ult on the point, does not get it eaten, and these teams are going back and forth. Matthew looking for another remake kill and gets it. The big Earth Shatter comes out from Shrek, and it does ultimately look like Strix is going to be able to hold it down, but goodness gracious, that was so intense.
Yeah, just a little bit too late there from Shrek with that big shatter. Strix gonna be closing it out in the end a little bit more. I don't know if I want to call it the clutch factor, because I feel like it's more AP with the, not the throw factor, just the way that they choose to play is just not very consistent, especially in these last minute scenarios.
Yeah, when you play that aggressively, some things are gonna end up going your way and you're gonna make those big plays. And also sometimes the other team is just gonna be a little bit more coordinated and come out on top. So really, really well played. That was such an exciting back and forth fight. Both teams really leaving it all out there. Like, you can really tell that these teams want to win. They are taking this seriously. So exciting. So fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be, you can look at this as like AP, we're 2 fights away from, being up 2-0 at this half, but in the end, does that really matter? It's only the score and the victor who matters in the end.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter how close these matches are, especially when you kind of are consistently losing these crucial fights here. I'd like to see AP just try to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, as they say, there are no moral victories. So it doesn't matter if it was close. This is not horseshoes, nor is it hand grenades. And so, unfortunately, 2-0 is the score. And that doesn't feel good if you're AP, knowing that you were just a couple fights away from being 2-0 yourself, or at least being 1-1. So exciting.
Yeah, it's a fun match to watch for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to throw it to a half, and we'll be back in 10 minutes for, I'm sure, what will be another slugfest on Kings Row, because I don't see how amateur professionals would choose to take this anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm going to have to hit the forums and start finding some new Shrek jokes real quick. So we'll be back after this break.
And hold my hand, fly with me. And don't be scared, 'cause we are gonna live in the sky.
All right, we are back from halftime. Hello, Overwatch fans and gamers alike. If you're just joining us, we are in Stage 2, Week 2 of the NA Harmony tier, where Strix is up 2-0 against amateur professionals. The biggest question of halftime was whether Mug or Barks was the supreme or the superior root beer brand. But then after that, it was what can AP do to come back from this 2-0 map deficit that they're in. And the short answer is King's Row. But I have Apathy here on the analyst desk to give some more insight into how AP can bounce back from this deficit.
I mean, I think they're playing really well in this brawl, and that's going to be one of their best shots to take down Strix. I just need them to see it play a little bit more stable, a little bit more careful. You know, you can still make the hero shatters and the big charges. Just make sure your BAP has lamp and your diva isn't demeched before doing that. Just like more methodically taking these corners, stabilizing, pushing, taking the next corner, stabilizing. Because I know AP can do that style of play as well. I've seen it. We're just not seeing it here tonight. And, you know, maybe it's a little bit more of just like going for all of the hero plays that you can because it's on feature and that's fun. And more power to you. But if we're just talking strictly about winning this game, you know, maybe press shift a little bit less.
Yeah, there was that like huge play that Shrek made where he jumped onto the catwalk on Hanamura and landed this big shatter, but then his team wasn't really there, and then Jimbo landed his own big shatter, and then they got the kills, and so that's kind of been the story of the game so far, and I really would love to see AP kind of rein in this aggression a little bit more, because they really have shown the ability to win these fights, that they've done really well, that Kenobi has played really well, has had some kind of highlight plays on the Junkrat, so they have what it takes to be good, but I think that it kind of lies in King's Row. Like this will be the turning point of the match. Like if their backs are against the wall right now, if they're gonna win, it needs to be here.
Yeah, and you know, like, Jimbo has been in the league for a long time. He's never really been, or excuse me, tournament. Booth shouting in my ear. Jimbo's been around for a while. You know, he's the owner of the Strix org, aka Pantheon. Been playing since season 5, or even potentially season 4, but I've known him since season 5. Never has really been a carry player. He was always originally a Lucio player, just kind of always that solid support presence. And we see that a lot in his main tank play as well. Not going for anything too crazy, but just
very
trying
patient.
being a rock solid foundation for his team to play around. And right now that is beating out Shrek, who's one of the better Reinhardts in the tier.
Yeah. All right, so these teams are coming out, and it looks like AP is going to use the classic. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There's the TP up with the Bastion. They're gonna try and engage onto this team. Strix smells what's cooking and immediately gets out of the way as Shrek and company look to try and take some of these angles. CZ is doing his best to keep the heels down. He's getting down real low there, almost taken out by Koala. Is right here. Yojimbo does get some damage out onto Kenobi. Just swinging away, really holding it down despite this Bastion. Bastion gets the kill, and you can just hear him fluttering away. Those bullets flying onto the point right now. And an AP take first point, and Strix did not have an answer for that Bastion right now.
Yeah, I mean, they had the foresight to see it coming. They do roll out on the Hanzo, which is one of the better options to beat this teleporting strat without kind of having to sacrifice your entire comp. Hanzo, one of the best brawl style heroes at taking out a Bastion. But unfortunately, Yeast just got the better of Koala there, taking him out, I believe, in recon mode.
Yeah.
Before Koala could really hit him with a big storm arrow. We're gonna see Yeast now on the Cassidy. A more normal style, and Alta 4, we do see both Sigmas actually.
So Yojimbo lands the big shatter and is fighting around. Shrek throws one down of his own, but it's unclear who he was able to get. Right here, Yojimbo just kind of leading his team and really fighting AP off at this point. So way to bounce back. They switched off the Bastion and were able to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, Jimbo even shattered our cameraman for a little bit there.
The ultimate CC.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a big one.
We're gonna see what Alt F4 can do here with this flux. Of course, Matthew's switching later, so is behind in ult charge. And here it goes now, countered by Nighthawk with the beat.
All right, so right here, the really big beat to come out and kind of save this. Koala has the dragon and is not. Might let it fly, but it doesn't look like he's going to just yet. As Yojimbo is just chasing after this Lucio, the cat stuck up in the tree. As Strix have pretty big ult advantage right now, and I assume are gonna make the most of it right here.
Yeah, the Sim wall can kind of single-handedly take out a lot of these. It's just, again, that last fight, we saw a really good flux from Alt F4, and then Shrek tried to pin into it as it came down, and eventually just died for it.
Kind of a sneaky little TP up there, but Koala ready for it, uses the dragon. Matthew gets a big Ravitic Flux. 4 people up into the air. Does the Immortality Field kind of saves them anyway, so not too much going on. Yeast pops the Deadeye and is able to get the Flying Koala. Right here, this AP team trying to just run up. Lath, ban the hammer, the Cass strat. It's the classic combo that we all know and love. As AP take a lot of space and are going to push this card up.
Is the Flying Koala going to be one of our new Marsupial teams?
It's only a matter of time.
Insider knowledge there.
Yeah, I personally don't think there are enough. That I think we should have more, but whatever.
More Marsupial teams?
Yeah. Correct shatters there and then gets punished for it. Doha pops the Mei out onto point. And Koala up in the air, flying again. There you go. And ooh, gets a nice kill onto Yeast. Is able to land that seismic slam pretty well. Doha chasing down this Sigma and Yojimbo. Ooh, does get the charge kill. Really nicely done. As Strix just barely holds off that cap. They have about 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, I think the presence of the Mei here is really doing them a big favor, especially into a player like Shrek. Something like a Mei can be so punishing to that playstyle, and of course, you know, D.Va. They have no D.Va to fly over the wall and peel for it as well.
Yeah.
And Mei, a fairly good counter to Sigma too, completely negates his hands and just gives him a tough time. So we see Koala shutting down the TP.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's another really nifty teleport from Kenobi, but it's shut down kind of before it even starts. Yojimbo's a big shatter here and lines it up and at least gets Shrek. I'm not sure if that Doha Mei wall broke the rest of it. Alta 4 gets a really big Ravitic Flux and is AP is out of nowhere, kind of took control of this fight. Doomfist still alive and is going to be kind of pesky. Nope, it will not be pesky. They made quick work of Koala and capped the point.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for Yojimbo and Doha. They do get Shrek with the shatter, but the Flux came in to peel for it. If that wall didn't come out, I think we would have
looking
seen
like a
little
juicy
bit of
one.
bigger shatter, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so both teams trying to push up. Koala has switched from the Symmetra onto a Reaper and gets killed immediately for it. Or off the Doomfist, I mean. Kenobi up there just lobbing those Junkrat grenades into no man's land. Slowly pushing the card up. That was another Shrek shatter that came in, and I'm not. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, because Nighthawk came in with the sound barrier, and Shrek goes down again.
Ooh.
Nighthawk with a nice little 2-person environmental kill as Strix cleans up again with 2 minutes left on the point.
Yeah, another good block there from Yojimbo, and then the cleanup from Nighthawk and just playing this really, really well. AP used a lot of ults, and Strix didn't really have to do too much to defend. They're coming up on another Blizzard, which is going to be crucial, and another Shatter as well. And I don't know that the Riptire is really going to be able to find anything with the combination of Baptiste and Sigma. There's just so much to block it or catch it out. I like the Junkrat pick, is just ult isn't the best here.
Yeah, with some of these other maps, the difference in these fights has kind of been a pick before the fight starts, and that just hasn't been the case right now as Doha uses the Blizzard and Yojimbo gets the Fire Strike kill onto the Junkrat ult from Kenobi. And so Alt F4, ooh, does do some business and is getting some of these cleanup kills. I think Matthew is going to end up, it's alright, uses the Gravitic Flux but is not able to get it. So really nice heals coming out from Sizzy right there. Yo, Jimbo flying in with the Yeast on the Cassidy right there. Gets the kill on the Nighthawk, and these teams are just going back and forth. There is no sleep till Brooklyn with this fight, just back and forth, using as many ults as they can. They want this fight now. Shrek, big ult and gets Doha, but also gets walled out of it at the same time. Koala has the Death Blossom, and you can smell it, just wants to engage. So TP's up, but the fight is looking like it's finally coming to a stall as Nighthawk gets another environmental kill.
Alt F4 are going to take the smart reset here, heading into final fight. They've been throwing a lot at Strix, and Strix has just been holding strong. They're getting a lot of picks, but I think, you know, Mimp on this backline has been rather uncontested, staying alive, and that's why Strix is being able to hold so stably here.
Yeah, really good. And so then 2 quick kills, 3 quick kills. So I think this is going to be it for AP. They do invest the sound barrier, but the Doha May Blizzard comes out, the Death Blossom comes out, and so it's ultimately they did get 2 points onto it, but it's going to be held there and no more.
Yeah, kind of steamrolling through those first two points with that pace of theirs, but unfortunately around that third corner, the value of the Sigma fell off, and they just weren't able to really touch Mimp on that Baptiste, kind of quietly carrying those fights there.
Yeah, and you mentioned it a couple times in that May pick, really doing dividends, getting a whole lot of value from those Blizzards out and just kind of stopping any fight right in its tracks. That it's really hard with AP's comp to get through that. It's just kind of ends the fight. There's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, I don't know that AP really has a May player, at least in the same way that Doha is, because you know, Doha, again, aka Phantom, just really hates fun, willing to do whatever he can to make sure other people don't have fun. That's why he's a Dallas Fuel fan, I know. So just gonna be rocking that May, and unfortunately AP hasn't been able to match it. They're gonna try for a Sombra here, which is really interesting. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I kind of have to see it happen, because I don't think this is something that I've ever seen outside of my comp matches. And we do see Doha on the May again with Koala on the Reaper, just looking to split people off and burst them down instantly.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what AP is going to be able to do to react to this.
Yeah, May might not be fun, but being up 2-0 is pretty fun. So, well, it depends on how you like to get down. So these teams are both looking out. The Kenobi we saw on Lijiang Tower, and it was pretty good that he was able to get some value, get some really nice EMPs, and so I guess that's what they're aiming to do now. The Immortality Field from them already comes out, as both of these teams are just looking to brawl it out on point, and before you know it, AP takes down several members of Strix, as these teams are just duking it out right in front of point, and AP comes away with it with the quickness.
Yeah, they turned a lot of attention to Kenobi just kind of poking in from afar, and that allowed Shrek and Alt F4 to walk up very aggressively. Pretty good strat. That's not something I would be normally expecting, because, you know, Sombra wants to play so slow, and Shrek and Alt F4 do not like playing slow, as we've seen so far. But it's going to be working for them so far. Let's see if she can find anything with the Shatter.
So Shrek wants the angle and almost got it, but they're doing a great job at following up on it. That Gravitic Flux just really getting everyone and their mothers on that play. Holy cow. Really, really well done. And then the fight was over before it started. And they do have 80% to that beat, and 80% to the EMP and only 60% to the beat to stop it.
Yeah, both tanks got their ults so fast. I wonder if they might even just wait for Shrek to get another Shatter before they use this EMP, because those tanks have been charging them up very quickly. Good counter window here from Mimp, though.
If there's one thing that we have not seen from Shrek, it's waiting. And so right here, the Matthew bomb comes in, and they are able to get the pick onto Alt F4. Yeast on the cast comes around and uses the Deadeye, but doesn't get anyone with it. And so right here, another like series of picks right before the team fight kind of starts, and it looks like Strix is going to be able to take this. Shrek does have Shatter. Let's see if he's able to use it. Doha is able to pop the ult right at the mouth of the point, and it ultimately will secure Strix the point as they take out Happy Dude on the Lucio.
Yeah, we maybe it wasn't on purpose, but we do see Kenobi die before they're able to get that EMP off. So now they do have the EMP Shatter. Should be a free 6-man for Shrek. And you know, Yojimbo has been doing a pretty good job at blocking these shatters, so I'm sure Shrek doesn't mind the help here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shrek has been playing his heart out and doing really, really well. You just wonder if you might want to take it a little bit slower. Yeah, Koala on the flank does have the Death Blossom, and they do not have the ult to stop it. Yeah, they don't. Here he comes. He gets out, so the Immortality Field comes out, but it doesn't matter. He gets 2 kills and ultimately gives his life for the cause as Strix roll through with a really nice Death Blossom engaged by Koala right there.
And that's a really efficient fight win too for Brawl, normally taking a lot more than just one ult to win a fight.
Yeah.
Gonna be tough for them for AP to stabilize here, because they're gonna have to get this Sombra set up while the rest of their team is walking. It's kind of hard to play first when you're waiting for the Sombra to find an opportunity.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we do know that this EMP Shatter is going to be a really big fight if they can land it, but it's pretty late. So right here, Kenobi does pop it. Nighthawk in position to use the beat to counter it. Right here, Alt F4 lifts everyone into the air and slams them back down. Happy Dude with the double kill on Strix. Right now, Doha doing his absolute best, but gets taken out. And so AP do come through. Shrek shatters and is already 50% back to it. Matthew gets the double kill. Remake. We've seen so many remake kills tonight. I feel like this is a strange amount of remake kills.
I mean, that one, they're just not respecting the stagger. They were, you know, they got the baby diva out, they were going for the stagger, and they just didn't respect the remake. Still going to stagger her, but I think the spawn's going to be longer for CZ.
Yeah, someone needs to go back and count how many this has been, because it's certainly been a lot. Kenobi able to get the hack out onto Mimp, but locates back out before anything can happen. All right, we have another fight for points starting. Koala goes down early thanks to Yeast. Right here, the bomb comes out from Matthew. Doesn't quite get a kill. Ooh, and Yeast lands another good kill onto Doha, feasting on this DPS line of Strix. Really doing a good job fighting off the Reinhardt. So another kind of attack slowed up thanks to this DPS core. Really well done by AP.
Yeah, and they've almost got another EMP Shatter now here. This one charged up a lot faster than the last just because of the way they were kind of out of sync with it. And Strix doesn't really have too much other than the window and the blizzard. AP does also have this flex again, which they have been using at the same time, or at least as a follow-up to the Shatter. I think I'd like to see him hold it this time around. That's one of their major ultimates, and EMP Shatter should be enough to win a fight.
Oh, Shrek lands a really big Earth Shatter there, but the Blizzard comes out and stops some of AP in its tracks. Right here, Kenobi, fighting for his life, does have the EMP, but wants to make sure that his team around is able to follow up on it. Shrek is getting ready to swing on that point. Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and he is fighting for his life. Koala gets the kill onto Baptiste, and Nighthawk is able to finish off Shrek as Strix caps point, and only has a little bit left to go, and they've got 2 minutes to do it. So it's getting dicey. It's coming down to the wire for sure.
Yeah, and that fight was AP's fight to lose. They went up pretty early. You know, Yeast gets caught out in the Blizzard with his Deadeye, but they were still up quite a bit in that fight, and the 3 members on Strix able to clutch it out. Dueling windows here from both teams.
Yeah, both Baptiste ults come out here as they are trying to secure control of this corner right here. Alt F4 has the Gravitic Flux and has been getting a lot of value out of it, not volume. And Doha uses the Ice Block early. Right here, Alt F4 does pop it, gets a whole lot of people in it. The Immortality Field goes down, and they do take out Yojimbo. Kenobi here looking to do some damage, just use the EMP, and so it looks like AP has held it down. But they don't have a whole lot of ults. They have Beat and they have Earth Shatter, and so it's going to be tough. Both teams have Beat and Earth Shatter. The difference is that Strix has Blizzard again, and as we have seen, that is just so devastating right on this corner here. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see them take that time to switch off the Sombra. You just use the MP. It's going to be tough to build up another one before this final fight. I feel like you could get a little bit more value on something else.
Oh, Yo Jimbo uses a shadow, but it's blocked by Shrek. The beat and everything comes out from both teams. Both of these teams are fighting for their lives. It's going crazy. Doha gets the headshot onto Yeast. The bomb comes out over top, doesn't quite get anybody. Nighthawk getting some kills and finishing off Alt F4 right here. Doing their best. It does. Oh, it's so close. CZ is up and is pumping as much heals into Shrek as possible, and Yo Jimbo just shatters right on his head. He's won! Oh, Kenobi, turn around! He's won! As they are able to keep fighting. Oh, it is neck and neck. There are 30 seconds left on this point. Everyone is giving it all they have. Alt F4 goes down on point. Kenobi goes down. Yeast is able to get Nymph, but I don't think it matters as Doha. Oh, and Koala uses the Death Blossom, and right here they do take the point. Oh, so close. They gave everything, and Strix comes away and takes the 3-0.
Yeah, they take the point, and they do take the series as well. Map differential obviously very important, so this fourth map is not going to be a throwaway of any means, but this is going to be the match victory for Strix. AP falling to 0-2 in the group with arguably the hardest opponent up next week. A little bit scary of a spot for them to be in, but I think you've got a lot to learn from this match if you go back and VOD it. Just the aggression that they've been playing just doesn't really quite work out against, some more coordinated teams like Strix is. It might have worked in stage 1. It's going to be tough to make it work in stage 2.
Yeah, and the thing is, they looked good on it. I know it's easy to look at the 3-0 score and say, oh, AP got rolled. That's not the case. AP played really well, and it was just a couple of fights away from taking some of these maps. So they've clearly proven that they belong in this pool. They belong on the winner side of the bracket, and really well done. They are going to have to work. This is where it all comes down to. That I guarantee you that this map differential point is going to end up mattering a whole lot later down the line. We make our own luck, as I like to say. And so AP, they can't be out of it yet. They still got to fight here.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to give it your best shot on every single map. Stage 2, that map differential can be incredibly important because it's very easy to drop one random match and then your seeding could come down to a tiebreaker. I think if I was AP here, I'd be looking to maybe take it to like Route 66 or something. None of the maps in the escort pool really favor their playstyle. I feel like, Junkertown, very good for Orisa and double sniper. They've shown that they can play some ball, but I haven't really seen them run too much monkey outside of 6-man. So Dorado feels tough. It feels like Route 66 is the least evil, so to speak, of these 3 maps for their options. It's not their best one, but it's the best they've got.
Yeah. And well, that's kind of what, when you're down 3-0, that's kind of what you need. You need damn, we need an ace in the hole. We need some kind of shot in the dark, to stop the 4-0. On the other hand, if you're Strix, AP won their group decisively. That this is not a team to be trifled with. I'm so intrigued to hear what their mental is like right now, because it's important that they lock it down and make sure that they get this 4-0. That this does not come lightly, and it does look like they're going to Junkertown for this final map.
Yeah,
I believe Shrek is coming in on the DPS, and Kenobi is going to tank. So this is the shot in the dark for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely pulling out a wild card here. We obviously don't know what to expect from the Shrek DPS here. Maybe he's just secretly a Widow God. I was thinking if they really wanted to take it to Junkertown, maybe Shrek's gonna try to do, his best Gesture impression on the Hog, but I guess he's doing the Gesture impression from Season 1 when he 1v1'd a bunch of people on Widowmaker and did surprisingly well before hero limits were a thing. So
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
This somehow the 3-0 map is like the one I'm most excited for. I would not have predicted that for sure. That if someone told me that it's a 3-0, it's going to be close and back and forth, but this fourth map in a 3-0 was going to be the one that I was most excited going into, I would not have believed you.
I mean, hopefully it isn't just some wacky throwaway that, you know,
Yeah.
Shrek is terrible on DPS, but just wants to mess around and have fun and end out the match getting full held.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of hope that there's some talent behind this pick.
Yeah, and sometimes just showing them something they haven't seen before can be all it takes. Catching someone off guard can do a lot. As we see Kronos in on the Genji and Shrek in on the Pharah, I am so excited to see if this works or not. Although CZ has
I
yet
feel
to spawn
surely you
in.
don't keep the Pharah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Pharah on Junkertown is just pure craziness.
Yeah. All right, so CZ does come in on the Mercy, and let's get this show on the road. I am so excited. Let's see what these teams can do with this payload. Shrek looking for an open shot right here, lands it, but not enough to get any kills. Immediately gets jumped on by Yojimbo on the ball, who we saw on Li Jiang, and did pretty well on it. Right now, ooh, you can hear the bullet just whiz past your ear and then hit you in the chest, but not kill you. Doe is purple right now, and it looks like Kronos is gonna try and engage, and they do get the kill onto Doha. So they were fed up with that Mei, and so they said, all right, I don't care what happens, we're coming out and getting the kill onto this Mei player game, like first thing.
Yeah, Dai able to get that res, and Alta AP has just not been pushing the cart. They're all trying to take angles, which is good. Angles are important, but that leaves none of them pushing the cart. And we do see Shrek switching over to this Pharah.
Yeah, come back out on the Pharah.
Very spicy.
It is something. Spicy doesn't necessarily mean it tastes good, so we'll see. This Doha is really getting the work done. Just a fiend on the projectiles. We saw him on the Mei, and is really getting value on this. Hanzo is really close to taking out Alta 4, but able to get the Mega. So yeah, this card has really not moved all that much, as both of these teams keep trying to find some engagements and then running away when they don't quite work out.
Yeah, they're just playing for picks, and unfortunately the only one who's really been able to find anything consistent has been Doha, getting headshots or double body shots all around the map so far. Alta 4 does have this minefield. Gonna see if maybe he can split somebody off and use it. Good kill there on the
Shrek gets a kill on the Nighthawk, which is pretty big. The dragon comes out from Doha onto point, but it doesn't look like anyone's there to die to it. Kronos kills his brother. No clickbait as Shrek hitting a nice shot on the Mercy midair, but is still going back and forth. Koala gets a pick onto the Ana. That's a really big one. And no one's on the cart. One person's on the cart. They're slowly but surely pushing it. Is AP doing actually a pretty nice job of getting some picks onto this team. That's a wide minefield. Ooh, and gets the kill onto Kronos. Good kill by Koala. Shrek uses the rocket barrage right at the mouth of that little choke there. Fighting back and forth, gets the kill. It's kind of hard as far to get onto this point and push it because the mines are just all over the place.
Yeah, Strix just doing a really good job of stalling out this fight with a bunch of ults. They're forcing AP to use more and more if they want to commit. The last thing AP wants to do is commit this Nano Blade, but here it comes.
So Kronos pops the Genji Blade and is able to come away with the final hit onto Jimbo, but not getting a whole lot of value out of it. And Alta 4 with a big pile drive. And so AP do cap the point, but it takes a while, so really good from Strix. We have seen them time and time again do such a good job at like holding it down. I mean, they defend so cleanly and really like split the responsibility up between themselves really well.
Yeah, and a lot of these ults that they used, they ended up, switching the character for. Jimbo did use his, and he's already he used it first, so he's already 50 to another. Doha pretty much at another dragon as well, and kind of everybody else switched their comp for a second point anyways. They just forced a ton of ults out of AP without really having to sacrifice much while stalling the cart.
So this Junkertown fight slowly pushing out. Both teams just doing their best. Landon purples, Landon sleeps, trying to follow up on some of Nighthawk's Discord orbs. Koala gets a nice pick on the Shrek in the air. They don't quite get the res off as Koala is just raining these 6-shooter shots into the side of AP. So well done. That's a Strix 6-shooter shots into the side. I'm sorry. I'm done now.
I didn't even get that one. Dohan just point blank dragging a happy dude trying to hide in the corner. Maybe not unfortunate for him because I think he just wanted to die. Getting an ult out is worth it, but you know, Dragon's not exactly the highest value anyways.
Yeah.
We are seeing Shrek still sticking to this pharmacy despite the fact that now Strix have swapped to a hit scan, making it nearly unplayable given the map geometry. Gonna be
He
trying
does
to flank
have barrage and lands it. Oh, and he gets both kills. And so he does go down to Koala. But honestly, if you're AP, that is beyond worth it. So really well done to get 2 kills in the backline. The on the feet Pharah flank is a new one that they were clearly not expecting. And so AP is able to get some space and push this card out. Able to make Nighthawk hold on to his Transcendence, couldn't even pop it in time. So well done as they're slowly pushing this card out. Yojimbo engages with the pile drive, but they're just getting ready for a fight.
Another big pick here from Shrek. Gonna force out the trance as well. Right in the Cassidy's face, trying to take that one shot.
Oh yeah, Shrek gets the nice kill onto it and is really just in the area raining these rocket shots down. So Matthew doing his best to hold off with the Sigma hands, but it looks like AP is going to be able to cap point 2 here on Junkertown.
Yeah, we'll see if
Jimbo doing a really good job stalling.
magic stall again.
Yeah, if there's one thing we've seen them do, it's that they can work a magic stall. What were we talking about the other day? The different kind of stalls? There's horse stalls, there's food stalls.
Because someone called a stall a building, and I was like, it's not a building in and of itself. It's like a utility or an establishment. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, it is a utility. We can see it in action here as Strix has done a great job of doing it. As right here, Kronos engages with the Genji Blade, and just everyone turns around and is punching him in the face. So Yojimbo doing a good job on the hog and just making this unpleasant for Kronos here. Shrek doing his best to get value, and he has the barrage. It looks like he's going to use it from the air this time and doesn't quite get any value out of it. Gets swept out of midair. That hog is just going to soak up so much damage and be such a pain in the butt for this team.
Yeah, we do see Kenobi committing the bomb here too. Gonna find Doha, but I'm not sure how meaningful that pick is just because of their team trying to respawn and in this chaotic fight here.
Yeah, so we have under a minute left. Both of these teams are just kind of taking pot shots around. Good punch. A rocket punch from Kronos to kill Nighthawk on the Ana. And the Strix tank line responding, getting alt F4, but Kronos still just Muhammad Ali punching his way through AP right now, although Doha gets a couple of kills on his own. So really just so many picks back and forth and really not a whole lot of cart progress, which is not what you want if you're AP. You really do want to try and cap this and make it point 3.
Yeah, these scrappy fights just never quite working out for them. They get a lot of big ults, big plays. It's just never feels very consistent or sustainable.
Yeah.
They may get these big EMP shatters every now and then, but they can only do that once every 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
It just isn't quite a sustainable way to win a fight. So we see the nano rally, the nano rig coming up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. Yeah. So the rig braid boss indeed does come out as Matthew from Strix gets a really big Gravitic flux as both of these teams. There's another remake kill. Shrek does land a... Oh, all right. Never mind. AP's turning this around and getting lots of kills from the remix to the Pharah ults. And right now, Strix is just hiding in their spawn, waiting to see if they can recontest. We've seen them do it before. They've been really good at it. Right here, Kronos looking to use some of this Doomfist kit to try and keep them off the point as Strix looks to recontest. He pops the Doomfist ult and lands back down, but doesn't quite anyone. Gets slept and whip-shotted away from the point. Right here, this is bedlam on the point as Doha gets a kill, CZ gets a kill, Jimbo gets a kill. It is so close. It is under 2 meters away. And it's somebody's Tinder height, I'm sure. I don't know how much 2 meters is. But they're lying about it. Whatever the height is, they're lying. Oh, it's so close. Oh, Koala uses the ult and is able to get Kronos and CZ out. Ult of 4 gets the kill. AP is doing their best, but we are just seeing this crazy Strix stall. They are so good at making these fights last. Matthew comes out onto the Reinhardt, just trying to swing away. Shrek is back and raining shots into the team, doing his best. Doha comes out. Shrek lands the kill, gets 2 on the Farah barrage, and the bomb comes out. Kenobi gets the kill onto Koala, and it's so close. Jimbo is still stalling. He has so much peel. I've been doing this for like 2 minutes now. I feel like they won't. Oh my god! All right, it finally ends, and AP is able to cap it. Really well done.
Yeah,
I need a breather.
That was a crazy fight, and surprisingly, I think that might be the first overtime fight that AP has won. You know, finally able to clutch out one of these last second maps. You know, Shrek, the Farah is still a weird pick, but you do get some credit. He was just raining in destruction from above. If there's one situation where Farah is, well, there's many situations where Farah is very good, but you know, a team trying to stall and dedicating all their attention to point is definitely one of them. You can rain in a ton of damage from above.
Yeah.
And Shrek doing a lot of work there to finally close out and clutch an overtime fight for the side of AP here.
Yeah. I mean, it was, and that's kind of been the story of the night, right? I mean, that like Strix is just holding out these crazy stalls and doing a really good job at making them last. And if AP had won a couple of these fights in some of the maps prior, the scoreline looks way different. You know, I mean, so it really has been close, and AP should feel good about the performance that they've come out with tonight. Shrek was getting some pretty good value on the Farah, even though it was strange. There were a couple of really nice plays that he made. And also, for the record, I did look it up. 2 meters is like 6'5", 6'6". And so if you're not 6'5", or 6'6", but you're telling people you are, that seems a little bit like high risk, high reward, right? That like people are gonna look, and if you're like 6 feet tall saying you're 6'6", no one's gonna fall for that. So don't do that. Anyway,
I'm not sure where that went.
whatever. Nighthawk takes and loses the duel to the ball as Shrek gets an environmental kill on first point Junkertown, which is
That's a pretty rare one.
yeah, that's put that in your bingo card. And still getting shots in, and right here, just is he looking around? Is he giving
He's
CZ
picking up his
a
mercy,
taxi?
I think,
Okay,
yeah.
there we go. As Strix looks to re-engage, Kronos is taking a really good fight on the Nighthawk, who dies again. Really well played. So unfortunately, Nighthawk is not winning the fight with some of these other players on the team. Alt F4 looking to try and hit a grapple, but just missing a little bit. CZ gets a nice res out onto Kenobi as Dae gets the res onto Koala. Strix, the stall tactics do not work nearly as well on offense.
No,
right?
they don't.
This is gonna take a lot more aggression to kind of push up and win some of these fights and push the cart further than it is being pushed.
Yeah, they do keep finding CZ and are gonna try to make another push off of that, but unfortunately Daya getting traded out as well. Oh,
All right, they do get the nice pick out on the Shrek, and a couple members of Purple. Alt F4 kind of left on his lonesome is right here. AP is a few bodies down as they're trying to stall this cart. CZ pops
the Nano Valk.
the Nano Valk and is able to clean up the kill onto Yojimbo. You love to see that. This map has everything. This Farah pick is really. It might not be the most optimal pick, but it is a pretty fun pick. It's fun to watch.
I think nobody would come away from this match and say that AP did not have fun, put on a show for the broadcast.
Absolutely.
So no disrespect there at all.
Yeah, really making it an exciting game, no doubt. As right here, they look up to clean the kill on Yojimbo, but can't quite catch him. Kronos looking around, looking for a way to use Bob, looking for that Tracer. Doha just being a menace on that side lane right there. And it does. Ah, there we go. There comes the Bob as Shrek unleashes Rocket Barrage at the same time. So both DPS ults coming out from the side of AP along with another Valk. Ooh, cheeky little Farah boop to keep Jimbo in the fight and take him out to stall
keeps
this
him out of
longer.
spawn just to send him right back into it.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure if this is going to be able to find anybody. Does get some interesting positioning.
Yeah, so he's
pretty good if you don't get punished, but you're kind of right up in their spaces there.
yeah, and then kind of gives it away immediately and pops it. So it was interesting. I liked it. It's good for content, but not ultimately a whole lot done with it. Because right here, there are only 60 seconds, and Strix have not really pushed this cart very far at all. Strix looked like he wanted to come in for the engage, but gets a flashbang to the face, although does get the kill, so it ends up working. But your opponent can't know where you're going if you don't know where you're going. As they nano the soldier, just doing anything they can to take out Shrek. They are not having fun with this Pharah pick, and he unleashes the ult in response. He said, "You nano the soldier and play the Cassidy, have a rocket barrage."
Yeah, it's crazy how much the Pharah is able to do with very little map geometry to hide off of into double shield and or into double hit scan, excuse me. And we have seen Strix swap these DPS heroes quite a lot. I don't know that they've really been able to build or sustain a single DPS ult because of all the switches that they've been making, trying to adapt to AP here. It looks like they finally found it off the back of Matthew's Sigma Flux here, but
yeah, so a really nice hero play from Matthew to finally push this cart forward a little bit. The Flux was able to get a number of people into the air, and Strix do clean it up. And so right now it looks like AP are thinking about whether they want to recontest or not, but they're a little bit slow if they are doing it. Alright, Kronos pops the Bob ult and is gonna put some firing into Doha, and they get it. Koala looking to try and take out this Mercy, but Mercy is on the way with Valve, despite the fact that there is a fight on point right now. Does get the kill and comes back and is looking for break now. This is just, oh my god. I'm not sure this is safe for children to watch, as CZ is just doing absolute work with this Mercy pistol right now. Doesn't feel like resting the ball at all, just wants this kill onto Matthew. It's just the Sigma and the Mercy back and forth, and does come out on top, and they do finish it. So really, really well done by AP to finish it up and end up taking the, taking that last map to finish 3-1.
Yeah, that was quite the unexpected wild card. I really don't know. I'm starting to wonder if this was AP's last resort, or is this like the real AP all along? And they've been trying to hide it. They decide to bring it out now, and they're just going to be putting Shrek on the Pharah for the entire duration of playoffs from here on out, and see if he can make magic like he did tonight. So, unfortunately, not going to walk away with the match, but certainly going to walk away with the most fun and the most entertaining map that I've definitely seen so far casting for Trank.
Yeah, it was really, really fun, and we've said it several times, but even though the score is only 3-1, like it looks like it was a bad loss, AP played really well and really did their best. They came out swinging. Only a couple of fights really could have turned the tides, but ultimately, like, at the end of the night, the story has to be the way that Strix was able to stall just forever, right? I mean, there were a couple of these fights where, like, for minutes on end, Strix only had one person at a time stalling, and they were able to do such a good job to hold it down and keep those fights going and use the spawn advantage. So really well done by both teams, but ultimately Strix does take the 3-1 in this week 2, and they break the losing streak. It was only one in a row, so I guess it's not a losing streak, but Strix now 1-1 in stage 2, and AP goes down to 0-2.
Yeah, I think it was technically 2 in a row. I think they lost their week 5 matchup in stage 1 as well.
Well, there you go.
But gonna be able to win this match. And still important to note, without PV Baller, arguably the best player on Strix. Koala coming in for his first match, filling that pretty well. But I think, to be quite honest, Doha filling those large shoes to fill very, very well. I think that Doha would be my player of the match if I was giving it out.
Love to see it. Yeah, the value the Doha was getting on May, especially on a map like King's Row, where, AP clearly wanted to play Brawl. That was what they wanted to do for basically the whole night. And so you expect them to kind of, like, King's Row seems like it would be kind of a comfort pick. But Doha came out on that May and made it anything but comfortable. I mean, that it was so tense and got so much value out of some of those blizzards. So Doha for player of the match, good by me. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Any last notes? Any extra fun tidbits you got from me, Mr. Analyst?
I don't think so. I think we're gonna see a really exciting match next week between AP and GP. See if they can kind of take some of that chaos and maybe finally work it into a upset match victory. But it's gonna be a tough one for sure.
All right. Well, then in that case, we'll leave it there. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It was a really good game as NA Harmony tier ultimately ends with Strix defeating AP by a score of 3-1. I'm Kraken, and it was a pleasure to be your host and play-by-play for tonight. A big thanks to Apathy with the analysis and Booth on the production. Please tune in tomorrow as we have a great lineup at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We travel across the pond to watch an EU Harmony tier matchup of Hellhounds versus Aesir. And then later in the evening, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have a great matchup in the NA Transcendence tier between Meraki and Sigma. And then on Thursday at 8:30 Eastern, we have an NA Discord tier matchup between Space Created and Quokka Queens. It's stage 2. You do not want to miss this. You know, this is when it starts to heat up. This is when like you got to tune in and watch these. So until next time, good game, good night, and stay tranquil.